Hello, everyone. Today's article is titled Running the Perrotón. It tells the story of a vibrant dog and owner race in La Paz, Bolivia, held to mark the police bicentennial. The event not only promoted animal welfare but also celebrated pets as part of the community. Let's pause for a moment before we move into the article. Before we examine what happened, it helps to consider a larger theme that gives us context. This will guide how we understand the story that follows. Building on this broader perspective, let's focus on the theme of animals in society. Throughout history, animals have been companions, workers, and symbols of loyalty. But today, their role is shifting from private property towards shared community responsibility. Events like the Perrotón highlight how animal welfare can be celebrated as part of civic pride. This reminds us that how we treat animals reflects the kind of society we want to build. Should governments spend public funds on animal welfare campaigns and events like dog races? Public funding for animal welfare initiatives often sparks debate, but such spending can yield broad social benefits. On one hand, critics argue that governments should prioritize pressing needs like poverty reduction, healthcare, and infrastructure. They see animal-focused events as symbolic gestures that might divert resources. On the other hand, campaigns like the Perrotón generate awareness that laws and budgets alone cannot achieve. They showcase compassion, community spirit, and education, teaching citizens that animals are not property but participants in social life. Moreover, public events attract media attention, inspiring both local pride and international dialogue. For countries like South Korea, where pet ownership is growing rapidly, such initiatives can encourage responsibility and cultural change. Ultimately, the value of these campaigns lies not in competition with other needs, but in their ability to connect people, animals, and civic identity under a shared cause. Now, to understand this article better, we need to familiarize ourselves with key vocabulary. We'll go over 3 important expressions, learn their meanings, and see them in action with example sentences. Let's start with civic. It relates to a city, citizenship, or public affairs. In the article, the Perrotón was not just entertainment but a civic celebration connecting citizens and institutions. Here is an example. Voting is one of the most important civic duties in a democracy. Next, we have epitomize. It means to be a perfect example or representation of something. The Perrotón epitomizes how civic pride and compassion for animals can come together. Here is an example. Her career epitomizes dedication and resilience. Finally, let's look at burgeoning. It describes something that is growing or developing rapidly. In the article, Bolivia's burgeoning awareness of animal welfare was reflected in the event. Here is an example. The city's burgeoning tech industry is attracting global investors. Now that we've explored the main themes and vocabulary, let's reinforce our understanding with a summary dictation exercise. Listen carefully and fill in the blanks. La Paz, Bolivia hosted the Perrotón, a lively dog and owner race celebrating the police bicentennial and promoting animal welfare. The event showcased both spirited competition and inspiring rescue stories, highlighting pets as valued community members. By linking law enforcement with compassion for animals, the Perrotón sparked global interest. Organizers hope similar initiatives could inspire countries like South Korea to shift from pet ownership towards shared responsibility for animal care. Let's check the answers and review what each word means. The first answer is bicentennial. It means a 200th anniversary of an important event. The second answer is showcased. It means presented or displayed to attract attention. The third answer is inspiring. It means motivating or uplifting, giving encouragement. The fourth answer is compassion. It means deep sympathy and care for others suffering. The fifth answer is initiatives. It refers to organized actions or plans to achieve a goal. Well done, everyone! We've explored how the Perrotón celebrated civic pride, connected law enforcement with animal care, and promoted responsibility for pets. This article reminds us that animal welfare is about community as much as individuals. So here's a question to reflect on. Do you think events like Perrotón are an effective way to raise awareness about animal welfare? Why or why not? We'll revisit this in our next review session. Until then, keep reflecting and take care.